Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer.
And this morning, we're going to talk about, well, the fact that Facebook ain't free anymore. Not really.
No, nothing in life is free that is worth anything.
No, and, we have had the luxury for, I don't know, since Facebook rolled out, to have free access to our customers and our communities. And Facebook has made the majority of their money from advertisers, but now they're turning around and looking at the 1 billion people that still log on to that platform, billion plus people who
Yeah.
log on to that platform saying, you know what? You people should pay up too.
How do we monetize that? So there's two major updates, I believe, that have happened in the last, couple weeks. One of which is releasing the ability to secure your business name on Facebook and be verified. And there's all kinds of stuff that goes with that. And then the second one is being able to create sub profiles underneath Facebook. And I believe they're related.
So let's break it down and let's talk about both of these. The first is the fee to verify, to get a verification on your business. In a way, it is the cost of doing business. In a way, it is, it just like if you open a business and you register it with the Secretary of State,
Correct.
you get a trademark for your company. In the real world, you assume that to protect your business and your business name, you need to pay money. And Facebook is sitting there saying, well, same thing. If you want to eliminate spoofing, if you want to protect your digital asset, it costs.
Yep. So you'll get a verified badge, confirming your business is validated and authentic, proactive impersonation monitoring, access to support, new ways to be discovered near the top of the search results. So I'm reading you the marketing kind of script here. WhatsApp business subscribers will also receive additional features, including the ability to create a custom WhatsApp page that is discoverable via a web search. So there's lots of things to kind of break down here.
And so, what are they charging for verification? Let's start there. How big an investment is this for a business?
It's about $28 a month. I think they've made it a little confusing where like, oh, well, if you do it on the desktop, it costs one amount. If you do it in the app, it costs a different amount. And they've broken it down by Facebook page versus Instagram account. So I feel like they've made it a little confusing there.
But bottom line is for, whether it's $28 or even if it's $50, for less than $600 a year, you're protecting the integrity of your brand name. Now, I know that we disagree a little on this because you're like, yeah, this should be free. And I'm going to say, why? Why should it be free? Facebook isn't a nonprofit. They've never said they were a nonprofit. Why should they give premium protection that they have to spend money to generate to businesses for free?
Then make it a one and done. Make it a one-time cost and not an ongoing subscription fee. Because what am I really paying for with an ongoing subscription fee? Because once you're verified, and then it's done. So I'm just giving Facebook money just to give Facebook money.
Well, yeah. Well, for the continued visibility on their platform, because I think one of the things that you said was when I do a search on Facebook or on Instagram, it's going to give prominent position to verified accounts
for your exact name of your brand. And that's it. So you have to read the details there, and that it's not going to give you like much better page for other type of searches or anything like that, just for your exact name of your business.
And so I think it sucks. Okay, let's go with, for a small business that's starting out, this is just one more expense.
Mm-hmm.
And what it will do, I think, is force you to say, are my customers on Facebook? It's going to make you be a lot more discriminating.
Mm-hmm.
But if your customers are on Facebook, if this is where you are reaching your market and your community, and it's the number one platform for you.
Could be access to the support could also be very helpful, considering it's very difficult to work with anybody. So if you have a situation where you maybe had a page taken over, or you've had not ability to get ownership or anything like that, that could solve a lot of headache of hours that you've had to invest in that. So I could definitely see that for select businesses that, hey, let's sign up for this.
Absolutely, because anyone who has dealt, anyone who has had to deal with Facebook support for a business page, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. It's confusing. You get into the support documents and you get into this loop and you never get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
And
but well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's not available yet. It was just announced by Mark Zuckerberg, so it's definitely coming. It's just not there yet. Just for clarity.
Mhm. So I think it is something that businesses need to watch for. And I think you need to make a really good decision. We are no longer in the age where you go everywhere and you market everywhere and you push information everywhere and hope it sticks somewhere. We are definitely moving into a place where you need to be more discriminating. You need to really answer the question, is this platform where I need to be?
Yep.
Now, if you say this platform is where you need to be, the other thing Facebook is rolling out is really interesting, and that is the multiple pages and subpages.
So basically, sub profiles, up to 4 additional Facebook personal profiles underneath your own profile. And I'm just like, okay, on one hand, you want me to pay extra to secure that I'm real, but then on the other hand, you're also releasing that I can have 4 different personal profiles underneath me that is not my real name, that is not who I am. Okay.
You know, one of the things that I think this is screwy, but at the same time, so like for me, nobody who I went to elementary school, middle school, or high school and college know me as Lorraine.
Yeah.
Nobody ever called me Lorraine. That person was Laney. And of
Yep.
course, now I'm married, so I have a different last name.
Yeah.
So my Facebook page, even though I do Lorraine parenthesis Laney, a lot of my high school friends, it doesn't connect for them. So being able to do a profile that just says Laney Wolf, everybody would be able to find me.
Well, and it would, so there are benefits in that, you'd be able to curate certain, profiles where, information that you would want just for that would be underneath there. So I could see that definitely versus, being part of groups. I can see, you can go into groups and make anonymous posts, but rather than anonymous posts, you could just be a certain profile in a group. So I could see that as being, great. I do see definitely it's 4 additional profiles to manage in addition. So it's getting you more invested in Facebook. So I can see why Facebook is doing it. And you're curating what you want to see underneath different profiles.
What I'm trying to figure out though with that in the different profiles is how does that play with groups? Because do you have to join a group as a profile? I do see the benefit, less so now, but when I was doing a lot of face-to-face networking, everybody wanted to be my friend on Facebook. And I have all of these people that were business connections that are not really my friends.
Yeah.
And so to be able to shift them to the Lorraine Ball professional and have the Lorraine Ball personal separate. But I struggle now because I have two separate Facebook profiles. One is just really it's a separate account almost that I created for kind of more than a few words in digital toolbox. And I got to tell you, it's overwhelming as it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, now you want me to manage 4 more?
And so, at this point, I probably am not going to do it. I think it's an interesting, I think from Facebook's perspective, it's going to give them an opportunity to do more very niche specific advertising.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also think you run the risk of running the same ad to me 4 times.
I'm also concerned just about like the amount of scams that are going around, and it's really easy, I feel like, now to tell if it's a scam or not by going to check the profile and seeing whether or not it's engaged or not. You're creating all these subs, so I think it's going to be even more difficult to see that. And then, oh, by the way, you can pay extra so that you can get it verified for the one profile, but they don't say anything about all the sub profiles and having. I mean, I'm just reading in between the lines on the money, that I'm always going to follow the money.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go back to Facebook is a business, and they are trying to find creative ways to provide services that people will value to generate revenue without violating their original construct, was that the platform would be free to use.
Yeah.
Had they on day one said, you know what, Facebook's going to be $1 a month. Think about this.
Yeah.
They would be generating $1 billion. Well, they wouldn't. They'd be generating half of that. But they could be generating $500 million a month.
Yeah. So I'm going to go a different direction just because I have to say it. We're entering a political year.
Yes. Yes.
You have a profile, and you can have all these sub profiles that, you might not even be able to tell. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
I think it's going to be an interesting thing to watch. I think this is a conversation that we're going to come back to several times over the next year. I think it's going to be really interesting to talk about the intersection of social media and the 2024 campaign, and what are the implications of the fallout for businesses.
Yep, absolutely.
But I think for today, folks, we're going to pause here. If you want to talk about how some of these Facebook changes are going to impact your business, if you have other questions about your marketing, book an hour with Jen or I. You can do it at the digitaltoolbox.club.
All right, take care.
Bye.